phone, so I can't get chat up right now, quick. Right now, quick. You know how it is. You know what it is. I'm just taking it. Yeah. Pop out chat. Chat, I might cook chat. Let's see if I like. Like for myself. Hey, like for myself. Yo. How can I trust your word? You don't even like yourself. Hey. That's it. Shush. That's shush. You know how it is. Shout out George Bush. No, it's not shout. Yo, it's man like CB in the building, you know. Come on. Right, let's figure out. We don't start like that. We just go like. Yeah, okay, that's the drop. We'll add the 808 and stuff in a second, but let's just you know, do this sort of. Boom. Boom. Let's get some subs, you know? Are we fancying a sub today? I kind of fancy a sub today. I'm just gonna loop the first 8 bar. Isn't this sample crazy? I can't believe I made this. Shout out to myself. Shout out to God as well. I don't know if this will work, but we're just gonna lay it down because it's got enough high-end frequency then that so I can actually hear what's going on, you know what I mean? First of all, let's just do some admin. Purge unused audio clips, amazing. And then this way, hats can come in over here. We'll have just one channel. Instead of 6, you can just have 1. Yeah, you already know my thing. Let's add a bit of reverb as well, guys. I've got a wisp. Turn the delay down a little bit. Turn the reverb down a little bit. You just want it to sit in the mix, you know. Thank you, bro. We're cooking. I had a bout where I wasn't cooking, but we're cooking. I'm just gonna balance everything before I start adding more. Let's just say because that's a dirty one. There you go. Shout out BWB, man. I'm using all the drums from there right now. Old school. If you know about old school, you know about old school. Right, that's the kick there as well. I need to stop doing random voices, bro, like this. What am I doing? You see this joint here? We'll make it unique, and then we're gonna just like pitch it down or something, just so it's never the same. Okay, and then this is the sub, but I don't know if I'm going to stick with it. We're just going to lay the bass down. As I said, it's got enough for me to actually be able to hear what's going on. Yeah, I know. Look, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to just keep it a buck. I took ages to mix the songs, but I've mixed the songs now, and I've sent it to the group chat, and I've received nothing. But I did only send them yesterday. So, you know, maybe have a word with them. I've sent the music through, so it's time to drop. You know, I'm happy to drop. I'll show you what we've got. We've got where is it? We've got.
That's way too much. Way too much. That's way too much. Hey.
Nordic Spirit, mate.
I sit still, got enough sparkling on me, just look at the wrist. She wants to know my name, said chat to me when I'm a bit less pissed. The plug got clients, I'm top of the list, no Epstein with it, they fuck with a kid. Cheeky bar like I'm having a Twix, your stat little like mix your piss. Your ting wet like you drop loot lick. See me, I'm at tilted, smoking a J and I'm still gonna win the game. My stream of income makes them rage, just bait that they want some of my plate. Faded, can't look at my watch, don't ask for the day or date, man's fake. I can't even feel man's face. This stogie
cost me a wallet. Dropped a pony on a glass of cognac. Fly kicks, no own back. Tech with a pen like Susan Sontag. Too many man live life through hashtags. The C-Break records like Brady. All over the net like Mashtag. That's why the stock's rising, no Nasdaq. Cartel on the rise like Bitcoin in 016. Uber back from the club, now everyone's phone said I was like Scheme. Starboy like Bakayo. Them girl love drama like their name was Keem. Cartel do this for the cream. All these TikTok rappers spit for the memes, it's cream.
Tell a man try rap like us, but they can't. We're just too techie with it. 2 G's in a zub, that's way too much. Something like a fecky lyric. Back to back, might leave man spinning, make a man float like Quidditch. T-dash the beat off the line, it's raps cartel like old 10 Vidic.
North side of the river, but she wanna go down south like Pex. Stay on the beat, Mark Gonzalez, Cartel tryna go play like Specs. Split that G, I don't sip no Becks. We make dough, that's 365. L's on the mic and C on the decks. Cartel spit with too much finesse. White rum, ice, OJ. Okay on the ball like Jackson, and I got bars like O'Shea, okay. My Jordan's crisp like ice cubes, and my Air Force white like snowflakes. I still bang shots down tollgate. Casio on me like I'm Rose. Blacked out fit and the whip I'm smoking.
Got O's in my bag like hula hoops, all the screen on me like I'm
fawn. Hey, listen to the bar, bro.
Corner, spat 16s from the day I was born. Them man just bake off and watch porn. Bums with the socks we torn. The sea stay camping spawn. Cause we need a bank nose
Green on me like Thorn.
Bare colours, they look like Skittles.
So run spit, black and green right here.
Target like the boy Luke Little. I spit with high XP. Them man are cheap guys worth 5p like a nickel. Labels chatting about money, that bag too little. I need that triple simple. Corporate kids too fickle.
Look at that shit.
We're just too techie with it. 2 G's in a sub, that's way too much. Something like a fecky lyric. Back to back, man.
Yeah, and then when you go crazy with a gun, it looks like this. So green on me like I'm Thorn. What bars? If you're a nerd, you know. If you play Destiny, you know. We all have cumulatively we have like 4,000 hours in that game. No cap. We played that game so much. Anyways, so that's one of the, and then the other one's Chris Tucker, which I'm not gonna play because. Well, I don't know, bro. You know what? Get onto Runs. Get onto them and LK, bro. Tell them to stop airing me. You'd think I wouldn't get aired, but I'm getting aired. It's fine. I'm gonna start charging them for beats and for studio session, and they can charge me for features. Let's add one of these in as well. Alright, this needs to be a... Let's fuck around. Well, I need to cut the lows on this one, mate, because I can't hear shit. Let's go like that. Right, let me get an actual 808 in as well. I don't know if I want this note here, but we'll keep it, we'll save it just in case. This one could be like a... I don't even know if I want it... Maybe I just want a sub, bro. I'll be real. Like, let me just stick to what I do best, which is subs. Shout out to sub. Sub gang. Sub gang if you're in here. Sub gang. Yeah. Boom, boom. Okay, then for that we don't want any of that to come in, so let's just make that unique. No sub as well. Let's just go with this. Let's make the sub a bit more audible as well. I'm gonna Bitquath it. Let's see what that sounds like. See that little faint little crackle it's got? Okay, I might just like dash my classic 808 in here. Sneers. Where's the sneers at? And this one we could go like this. And just help this out with a roll over here as well. Maybe you go. Maybe we do actually follow the pattern. And this one could be like a little boom, boom. I don't know if it needs a kick there though. Doesn't need a third one. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. So that would be. Maybe a G sharp. And we could actually source it up as well by doing like a really weird. Yeah, I'm not sold on the spins yet. I'm gonna try out a couple different. Like, I don't think it should be that long. Yeah, there you go. No clap. Let's have a little one of these. Yes, sir. Get rid of this alien shit for now as well, just so I can actually hear what I'm doing. Let's just go crazy with the 808s. Oh, wait till the saxophone comes in, bro. This shit's about to go crazy. Let's just copy that across. Boom, boom. So it should be boom, 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 boom. No, not that one. No, I've got an idea. I already accounted for that. It's gonna happen at 29 though. So he's gonna go bing. It's gonna be my classic. Bing. Boop, boop, boop. But ooh, ooh. No, not even chill, bro. Like, great minds think alike, innit? me just unite all the 808s. Because it will make what I'm trying to do a lot easier. If we hit the 808 with the open hat, let's try that out. Yeah. Okay, cool. We need to add a little yeah in there. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see, we got a yeah. 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 Let's try an octave down. Yeah. If you guys want the sample breakdown, let me know. I can do that. So here's a trick as well. If you're using 808s and kicks, you know how much low end information that's gonna be. Your engineers will hate you, and rappers will also like subvertently hate you because they have to get the engineer to do it. Just shift your 808, so that way they're not hitting at the same time. Let's just see applied in science. So now we're still hitting 0, but how much louder do we hit if we have them together? This will also cause them to phase if they're not. Look at that. So we're clipping. If you shift it a little bit, you go back to 0. You let the kick, look, you can see the kick hits first. And that way you let the kick punch him in the face, and then the 808 just like hugs him like, oh, sorry about that, you know, tough times. And also I like to sidechain. So I'm going to just sidechain a little bit. Keep the delay down, I mean the release down, and so you can barely sort of hear it. Right, and then let's do 2 soft clippers. You're in FL. What else are you gonna use, mate? Push 1. We'll like dial it in after. I just want to make sure that I've got 2 going. Soft clipper, and then you can bring the threshold down and. Get rid of some of that low end in the sample. We don't need that much. Get rid of the kick here. Get rid of that again. And for this bit we can mute the claps. Okay, we'll do that. We'll give it a breather. Like that, and then it can come back in over here. Just make it a bit less abrupt. I just want to focus on this section for a second because I want to try something different. Maybe you can turn the sample down for a bit because the bass is a bit loud, so no one's gonna notice. Don't stress. And you always want to have something carrying it over, especially if you're going to do some drastic like bass removals and stuff. And give it a bit of wideness as well. This 808's a bit too. Boom, boom. Something's clipping over here. It's this hat. Okay, so what you can do is select region, select all similar clips, and then you could just there you go, and turn it down a bit as well. This joint's also a bit loud. And here we can drop everything out. Oh, that swell guitar is so beautiful, man. And then I'm gonna come in with another spins. Guys, I love spins 808s. I don't know if you know. I don't know if you can tell, but I do. They're great 808s. And just to like make it a bit less confusing to look at, I like to just keep everything in its own space. So 808s can live here, this kick can come back up here. And then let's just purge all unused audio clips. That means we're using this one. So you can get that over there. There you go. Shift Command L. If you didn't know what that does, it does that. Yeah. We'll turn it down in a bit, okay? Don't get onto me yet. If this is your first time watching me make beats, you'll know I don't like repeating shit, and I like having like 16 808s in one beat. So let's get another one in. We'll go crazy. All right. So what we're gonna do is keep that. Oh wait. Bang, the box. Do that. Yeah. We can add a bit of attack to it so it doesn't click. And we can do this as well. Wow. Go like that, and then go back down here at the end, but just bring No, I don't want to get rid of I want to get rid of that slide note. I think I should play the whole way. So we could do like this. Bring this one down in volume. Bang. Like so. Oh, yep. Let's get the What note am I hitting, bro? Can I stop being tone deaf? Here's B. Why's this joint bugging? want to hit it with a ride on the one, like a tss. But I need let me just let it load. You know, water break. If you're still watching, grab yourself some agua and drink some water. Yeah, it's good to be hydrated. You know, it's good to be mindful when you make music. Drinking water helps you do that. We'll go with this one, but got to cut out the low end. And then one thing I like doing, or I've been doing as of late, is like this. We'll put it on half. Then you put it to milliseconds and you can just slightly drag it back like that. See how it like tapers off? It goes a bit slow. Yo! Yo! Bloody I'm doing good, bro. What about yourself? What about yourself, mate? What's your at on Insta so I can correlate the person, bro? I'm chilling, bro. I don't know if you saw my story, but obviously I made. I'm good. I'm snussed up. On a what day is it? On a Wednesday. I never. You know what? I stick by this. I never have a bad Wednesday ever in my life. I've never had one. Tuesdays, different story, but Wednesdays they're always great. So we're flipping that, and basically so far we've got. Turn this yacht down a bit. Thank you, bro. I just had to lock in one time. I've been learning playing instruments, but like, you know, sometimes you just gotta like do some shit. I can break down the melody after if you're curious. Ooh, I've heard something so good. We can get in this one, make it unique, and we can cut out this 808 that we don't need. So it goes boom, 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 boom. Fucking hell, why is everything so loud? This needs to be on there. We need to add this right here. Don't know if I can I show you? I can show you. I'm a bit crazy because I don't know why I'm gonna pick this up, but out. Foot. I record on this. Wait. Unplug the cable. Ow, on this joint. Ow, can you see? I don't know if you can see. Wait, I should just move my laptop. There you go. I don't know. Can you see that? I don't know why I thought that was a good idea. There you go. This joint. You could not see shit on it. There you go. Oh, much better. Yeah, I record on 88 keys, mate. So I record on that, and then I've got this joint with flat wounds on it. Flat wounds sound so much better than round wounds. And then this is my other baby right here. I love these to pieces. Low key, wait. I need to stop doing so much on beats. So like, I'm reckoning this is near beat done territory. But I'll break down the sample after, so you can have a listen for what I did. Ooh. Right, so 808's come back in there, right? Or maybe we go like this with it. So what the fuck am I doing, mate? That comes in over here, so it'd be like bro, it's so, you know what, I've researched it and I know why. Look, let's do a because it will make you basically, you know, your brain, your mind, actually not even your brain, but your mind, your thinking mind, the one that attaches itself to everything around us, which low-key we shouldn't be doing. We should just be experiencing the moment. This brain, this mind only really needs to kick in when you need to figure something out. What are we figuring out all the time, mate? Sometimes it's okay to just chill. But I digress. Basically, weed impacts your REM cycle sleep. So rapid eye movement. Rapid eye movement is like your body's locked up when you're sleeping and you're just dreaming, right? It blocks that part of your sleep, so you go straight to deep sleep, which is great for recovery. So if you do intensive sports, it's great to, like, you know, smoke a little doobie here and there, mate. It'll get you feeling great in the morning. But if you do it consistently, such as I believe both of us were, I was smoking a shit ton every day, bro. And I have been since I was 20 and I'm 24 now. So 4 years of like constant smoking. You block that. But rapid eye movement, or REM, is when your brain condenses neural pathways. So like any trauma you might have experienced, it helps your brain deal with it, like your conscious self deal with it. But obviously we were blocking that out. So now that you stopped and you're starting to get REM again, every traumatic experience you've ever had is starting to come up at you, bro. Like I had some, my one were all just gory. Like it was either I was trapped somewhere, stuck somewhere, and I'm just like, maybe I felt blocked in my life years ago and only now was I dealing with it, and it felt terrifying because I was always in, like, not even a maze but a building, and then I was never allowed to be seen by anyone. If I got seen, then I was done for. And it was either that or gore, like loads of blood everywhere and loads of disgusting shit everywhere. So scientifically, that's why that happens. So, you know, your brain will then, your mind will be like, oh my God, I'm having bad dreams. Let me just start smoking again because I don't like it. If you do that, you're just going to go back to where you started, bro. So stick with it. I know it's tough, but like, take yourself out, go for a walk. Pick up some exercise if you don't do sports. Like, I would recommend bouldering. I've been doing it, indoor rock climbing, aka it's absolutely great sport. It helps your mind and your body become one. And yeah, reach out, bro, if you ever need help, or if you're going through it, just shout me, bro. We're all in the same boat together, mate. Anyways, waffle done. Let's get back on with it. Bam. Bro, Google your dreams. Maybe what could that mean? You're in the same place. Maybe you feel like you're in a familiar area, but no one, like you've grown but no one else has grown with you, so you just feel alone. Like you want to experience your regular life with people, but no one's there to experience it with you because you see stuff different. I've had bouts of that. I don't know if that's how you feel, but I've had bouts where like a lot of people I used to chill with, I feel like I've grown. I'm not better than them by any means. I've just kind of grown out of who they are, and they haven't grown in the same direction as me. So now I just feel like I kind of have to be by myself. But don't take being alone as a bad thing, bro. Being alone is probably the best thing that could ever happen to you. It forces you to develop yourself. You have to entertain yourself. So if you can entertain yourself, you can entertain anyone. Type shit. Well, Loki, I want to like just give it an intro as well. Let's do that. Yeah, people are very important, bro. Like, it's important to have the right people around you, though. I feel like you can very much waste a lot of your time hanging out with the wrong people. Like, for example, I don't know where this came from, but I didn't come up with it. But I like to hang out with people who always talk about plans and doing stuff and who are motivated on doing shit. I don't like hanging out with people who talk about other people, because what's the point of hanging out with someone and all they're gonna do is talk to you about other people, like either hating on them. Like the only time that it's acceptable in my eyes is if you're talking about someone and what they're doing, you're like, yo, we should do this too, or like we should do something similar, or like let's take notes from them, let's learn from them. But if it's just like they're slagging them off or chatting shit, what is the point in hanging out with, like, that corrupts your mind, because then you're going to start chatting shit about other people. But then who are you to be chatting shit about other people? Like, don't do groupthink, bro. Like, you know, just if someone says someone's cringy, that means they're probably doing something right. It's cool to be cringy, because being cringy is how you end up doing cool shit. Because you'll just you dance to the beat of your own drum when you're cringy, and you end up coming up with something that, you know, other people are too scared to experiment to try. I don't like hanging out with people who talk about world events. Like, you know what? Fair enough about the war and shit. I feel bad for all the people. Not feel bad. It's peak that people are dying. But like, obviously it's impacting all of us. But talking about it is not going to do shit for me. And like, if people try, have you seen Clavicular got mogged? I will punch you in the face, bro. I don't want to hear that. I don't care. I don't care who bro is. I don't care what bro's doing. I'm not trying to hear that. So yeah, I only really like chilling with people who are always doing shit, or like people I find inspirational, people who I think I could learn something from. And it's not even in a like, what can I gain from it? It's just, if you hang around people like that, you will absorb part of what they're doing. And if you absorb that and you are inspired by them, then it's probably only going to end up well for you, because you're like, oh, well, I can be inspired with them, or inspired by them. What are they doing that I'm not? Type shit. You know what I mean? Anyways, I digress. Like, bro, I'm just telling you, like, I have so many, like, if I'm out and about, like, I'm not with my people, yeah, if I'm just out and about and I'm linking, like, friends of friends that I've never met before, and they all start talking about TikToks, all my life, bro, I just zone out. I'm just there, like, and yet again, I'm not better than them, okay? We're all born the same. We're all born equal. You can invest your time in what you want to invest your time in. But if I'm sitting there and you're waffling about some bullshit, best believe, if you ask me, what do you think? I'm like, huh? I'll be looking, but I'm not listening, bro. Like, I'll look like I'm listening, but I am not listening. I'm in my head trying to figure some shit out, bro. Like, I'll just sit there, like, trying to figure, oh, how did Grover Washington Jr., how did he write that? Oh, yeah, okay, so it's 1, 4, 5. It's good to just compound your knowledge when you hang, like, if you're in a situation where you can't get out of it, just, like, switch off and just figure stuff out in your brain. Anyways. And the result is... Can't forget the Bev.
Ideal, this shit loud, shit loud, shit loud, shit loud, shit loud.
Okay, okay, okay. Let's put this riser on the track as well. You know what I like to do to this 808 as well? I like to... Yeah, you see, but don't click off the stream because that was funny. I'm not talking about it, I'm referencing it. There you go, difference. Big difference. Hypocrite 101, guys. I'm teaching you how to make beats and also how to be a hypocrite. One change I'd like to make, perhaps, is I'm gonna do all of this. Oh, different clip types. What do you mean, bruh? What kind of clip is this? It's the same shit, bruh. Oh, wait. That's because I was grabbing that one as well. Okay. One thing I do want to try is putting that back where it belongs. Have I got another 808 in here? Fuck it, we're about to. Copy, paste. I want to just try a sub out. I want to see what a sub would sound like. Yeah, I know. Can you look? Can you just tell him to like pattern up? Sylvester! Oh my god! Guys, I made it. Sylvester's in my stream. Oh my days. Oh my days. Oh my... Mom! Oh, she's not even in the house. Oops. I made it. Mom, get the camera! Oh, what are you saying, bro? Hey, we need to chop something up, bro. Let me know when you're about, mate. RBC, you can't hear it that much, the sub, mate. But then it just hits when it's in the upper register. And if you're in the whip or at a show, you're going to be pooing yourself from how loud this shit is. Okay, and here. Look what we can do. Here, look what we can do. Look what we can do. Look what we can do. With the sax, we can, you know what? Let's accompany the sax, guys. Oh wait, oops, wrong one. Boom, boom, boom. Let's get rid of this one. But it happens again here, so let's not do that. Let's just go, let's just stick with the basics, mate. Right, let's think of a different like 808 roll that we can do, mate. What is this riser doing over here, bro? Get the fuck out of here, bro. Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro. Trying to be like you. Trying to be like you. Alright, guys. Who wants a sample breakdown, guys? 50 likes and I'll get my bum out. No, I'm joking. Now we should go boom, boom, and then cut it off here. It's okay to listen to the beat the whole way through, and then when you find shit you don't like, you know, you don't have to stick with the idea, man. You could just let it go. Like this one, same, it doesn't need to trail on. So boom. Alright, beat done, beat done. Whenever I see 222, I always look at the timestamp. If it says 222 or 111, I know the beat's done. Because otherwise I do too much. You know, angel numbers and that, come on. Let's try pitch that, let's just see what it sounds like. It's gonna sound booky with the 808s, but it's fine.
I deal this shit loud, shit loud, shit loud, shit loud.
Thank you, bro. You joined at the right time because I've been making some doo-doo recently. Do you know them ones? Fuck it. You know what? Fuck it, guys. Beat not done. We're going to try something. And hopefully it works. Up 2. Right? And then we're going to join all the 808s together. First of all, let me just get rid of this bullshit right here. Shut the fuck up, mate. Get out. Get lost. You silly peasant. Okay, and then we're gonna come in and 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 and then 1 2. I could have just gone here and hit transpose. I know, whatever. This way the sub, like when it hits the like brown notes, we're hitting a G sharp, so it's still audible in headphones and like on speakers and shit. And then I'm gonna show you, we'll do a sample breakdown after. Maybe we'll start making another one. Add some bit crush to the 808. That way you can get a little bit of fizz. And over here, we're at bar 33, I think. We do a double hit. I don't want to do a double hit. I just want to do one. Yeah, bro. Dams was saying we should chop something up, by the way. So, Sylvester, if you're still in here, let's run it. Alright, bring this 808 back up a bit. What's up, bro? What are you saying? Oh, thank you, bro. I appreciate. Thank you for the love, man. Thank you for the love, man. I'm just I make all this shit in my bedroom, bro. So it's kind of bewildering that people fuck with it. But thank you. You know. Okay, beat down. Let's bounce it. Let's bounce it. Let's bounce it. Let's bounce it. What should we call this one? Oh no, it's not April, is it? Ah, come on, bro. You know my thing. What should we call this one? What did I call the loop? Rigger. I'm not gonna call it Rigger. Right? Like what? Let's call it Century. I like the name Century. Okay, bounce. Let's listen to the loops I've made this month. How about that? How about that? Oh, who wants to hear my tape? Got bare shit on here. Do you want to see what I made this on? Hold on. Made it on this joint. Hey, shout out SP4. Boom, boom, boom. Right, now we're gonna let the plugins load real quick because there's not that much shit going on, but this one takes forever to load. And then vocals. It's gonna be bare shit, so like boom, 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 boom. Bro, I should probably send it to him, right? Bro, I just love jazz. Jazz is just the best thing on the planet, I'm sorry. Out of anything that I've experienced, jazz is by far the best thing. Boom, ba-doom. Alright, what else have we got? What else have we got? This one's probably one of my favorites. I don't know who I'm gonna get on this, but just deep the levels. Bro, do you see my music sounds like getaway music? It's just fully getaway music. Yeah, Bliss would be a very good contender for this, right? Bro, I'm so grateful I have so many sick artists. I can just be like, yo, can I get a verse? Right, we got Cartel on this. One more time. Sorry, one more time.
Hey, Tio, this shit loud.
Yeah. Right, let's drink some more water, guys. Make sure you're hydrated. Me on keys as well, by the way. How crazy is that, bro? Shout out Jesus. I prayed to him. I was like, bro, help me lock in with the keys. And he actually did. Now, I definitely do, but this is very well curated because I want this to be on my tape. This is probably one of my favorites as well. Let me just show you some stuff. This is very different to what I usually make, but I think it's pretty cool. I've been experimenting a lot more with textures, which you can definitely get from this. This is defo an outro because of all the synths. I'm like, do you know what I mean? Like, start elevating type shit. And you're gonna see the craziest turnaround. Okay, hold on. This is me singing as well in the background. Back to the start. How did that happen? I don't know. It just kind of did. Oh yeah, this one's pretty lit as well. I've got an actual jazz song on here as well. I'll show you the jazz tune. The acapella sounds a bit booky, but it's alright. I'll pattern it. Okay, it's just these are very rough demos. Not tech house, but I make house garage. Like, I'll show you. What a beautiful chord, mate. I think it's a suspended chord. I don't remember what I played. So is that. This is the jazz tune, okay? Tell me this is not a banger.
Can you hear me? Are you listening? Can you hear? Is it fair? No. Can you hear me? Right. Lend me your ear, please. You talk street life, but you're not really living. You come from a house on the prairie. You live a sweet life, but you don't scare me. I'm straight banging and banging. I'm clearly representing the road
Out here, B.
East man, I'm a damn too silly. Care about my team.
But keep wary. Are you listening? Can you hear me?
365 a year.
I grind yearly.
52 weeks in. I'm
Levi Hayes on the
top of
Snapchat.
game, but I'm merely. Put the work in, grind from the
1st of January to January.
The first out here, so Hail Mary. The album's called
Give me your ear, so are you listening? Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear? Is it fair? Not really. I'm a guy that will never play fairly, so I lose really. If he tries the thing, then I'll spot him up.
Jazz grind for real, bro. This is jazz grind for real.
Trying to get Larry, man, I swear. He's not a top boy, so I don't care. Are you listening?
Wait, can you hear?
You're a sellout, yeah. Tell that. On a breakfast, yo, I'll get 10 out. 10 out here, make the girls yell out. No, we don't talk no more, we just spell out. You wanna be stiff like gel out. I talk, you can get at trust, you know, threat. I pretty swell out, cause I ain't them out. So I get MCs back on, I do well out. Concert sell out, ram to the back. Gotta help them out, and fan to the max. And I'll be hotting up, spare MCs, I'll hot them up until they get a pan to the black. Sell out.
I'm gonna have to do one edit for the tape just because. Okay, here's the garage shit. Yeah. Wait, this is a. Yeah. When man them drop tunes and they just start going like this, you know. You already know. Right, and then the bass. Oh, bro, the lead is so good. That's a car horn. I sampled a car going beep beep. Yeah, anyways, you get the vibe, you get the vibe, you get the vibe. Right, that's kind of what my tape's gonna sound like. So it's not just 140, it's gonna be a whole lot of shit. And I've got a jokes intro as well, but I'm not going to play it. I'm going to let you listen to it when the tape's out. Okay, let's break down the sample that I flipped earlier on stream. And I'm going to just show you, because I'm not very good at keys, but I can show you how to fake being good at keys. There you go. Start with the keys though. First of all, I'm actually going to take the pitching off of it because I did pitch it, but I'll show you the original. And I'll show you how I composed it so you can maybe learn something from it if you think I have anything to teach. See, this one's a bit loud. We can turn this shit down. And then this is the best chord right here. Altered fifth, okay? You do dominant, but then you alter the... Okay, so those are the keys. I'm gonna just play them real quick so you see how I don't cap. There's no cap in my rap, bro. Obviously, I won't be able to play it that smooth because you do have to do a lot of editing, but I think I played it... Okay, yeah, so it's no, I think I go to G. What's the G chord gonna be? Okay, there you go. And if I'm not mistaken, it's a... Oh, listen to that! Oh, hold on. So it's... Basically, it's a 1, so we're in D minor. So yeah, let me bring up the key view so you can see everything that I'm doing. Let me just zoom out away. There you can follow my hands. So the first chord is a 1. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We don't have to worry about too much here, okay? But we're gonna do a 1, 4, 5. So 1, 4, and then 5. Simple, okay? That's the root notes. I'm playing minor 11 chords, so they sound like this. It is a... Okay, that's a minor 11 right there. It's just perfect, like it's thirds, minor thirds stacked on top of each other. So if I just sustain it... Right, but there's different ways you can voice it. So I'm doing the root and the fifth of the chord. So the fifth of the chord, because it's the first chord, is actually just the fifth of the scale. So it's A, and then I'm adding in the ninth, which is E, And that's the rest of the chord there. I'm actually doubling up the ninth. And that's the minor scale over it. But anyways, you go. Well, you can even start. That's probably what I did actually. And then we go to the G chord, which is going to be the same concept here. So it's going to be. But that's not a ninth, so let's figure out the 11th chord, sorry. So it's got a C in there. So you can drop the A here, and the C. And then D is the 5th of G, so then we can. There you go. That's the same voicing. So then I was going. Yeah, and then I'm going. Higher up it sounds a bit booky because there's too many clusters, but down low, where your ears can make out the different notes, you're good to go. So far it's. Right, simple. And what I'm doing for the bass, because I'm starting on the 5th, right? And that's all perfect fifths. So I'm going D, A, E. And that's a perfect fifth stacked on top of a perfect fifth is a ninth interval. You will know that from this very beautiful chord that everyone likes. The minor 9, if you can break it down as well like that. Different inversion. So anyways, we're going. Oh. Boom. Okay, simple. And then the last chord, very important. We're going to go to the 5th, okay? In any scale, the 5th chord is usually a dominant chord. So a dominant is, that's a major, a minor 7. You just make the 3rd a major note. So you bring up, for example, the C in this. There you go. Right, so A dominant. But what I'm actually playing here is, that's the 7th interval there. Oh, Frankie, shout out to you, bro. Appreciate you. I'm doing a little breakdown here because I think I know shit. Right, so that's the flatted 7th, or the minor 7th, if you will. So it shows up like, as you can see, it's up here. But I'm doing that as the next note instead of the 5th. So in a dominant chord, you can alter, by alter I mean you can just change up or down any note that isn't the 3rd, the root, or the 7th. So the 7th has to stay the same, the 3rd has to stay the same, so that's how you get the dominant sound. You can hear that. But everything else, so for example the 5th, which is E, can be an F, because that just adds a lot of tension to it. I'm doubling up the A, and then the C is actually the minor 3rd, so we're stacking on top of the major 3rd, the minor 3rd, which gives you a very jazzy chord. But what this does is it really wants to resolve back to the 1, so okay, and I'm going to do it again. Okay, you ready? And then back to the G. Back to the D. And we're going to go to the same chord again. Boom. And check this out. Bit of tension. Resolve. So that's how I wrote the chords, if, in case you were wondering. You can just copy them as well, but please don't. Think for yourself. Right, just apply the concepts. Needless VST. Oh. Trust, bro. The Electra 88 by UAD. I actually paid... Look at that. Look at the shadowing they did in the background of the logo. That's really cool. But I paid like 80 quid and I got it for the year. So shout out to them. Anyways, so that's the chords. And I did like a couple ornaments, but I kind of did this after. So we start on the A, which is... What of the D chord? It's the 5th. So we're starting with the 5th as the melody note. And that's because these go... And then here at the end, you know, you see did the cascade. We go down to A. So this is the chords right here. This is the preset I've made for it. You basically just put the vibrato up. And yeah, chords are all about voicing, guys. There's only so many chords, but just make sure that you're voice leading. So like, as you can see, these are quite spread out. And then this way I'm walking up with it at the end. So for the G, I have D on top, which is the 5th of the chord, right? And on the first chord, I have A, which is also the 5th of the chord. So that way, you're kind of moving the same shape that your ear gets used to about while filling in the chords beneath. So anyways, I'll let it play again. And then you can see the bass movement here. 5th, root, 5th, 9th. Guess what? Back to the altered chord here. Might just turn that. Alright, anyways, you get the vibe. Then I came in on my bass. And that's just the same shape I'm doing on the piano. I can't plug in my bass to FL to show you, but I'll just demonstrate with it here. So I know D is the root note, D is the 5th fret of the A string, so it's... You can probably hear that, right? I'm doing the same shit I'm doing on the keyboard, but at the top, if you move that, so that is a... I'm moving between the 2nd and the 3rd. The 2nd of... Yeah, you know what I mean. So I'm doing that, basically. Together with the chords, it's... Just adds a bit of movement. And I'm not doing it for this chord because this is a bit lower in register, that would clash. And then that little lick there, that's called a shake. So basically for... Oh wait, you can't even see what I'm doing. Right. There you go. You can also do this on the guitar and just pitch it down an octave, but... Okay, I don't know if you can hear that yet. Again, I can't plug my shit in. And then... Yeah, again, 9th movement. But what I was going to show you there is loads of fills on bass. You can just... A shake is just that way. You do that. It's actually really tricky to do. Especially if you're coming from... To move into the next position is quite difficult. But yeah, that's a shake, so I'm just going... Back to the same thing. And then for the A, because I've got a sharpened 5th in there, an augmented 5th, you can go... That's like a tritone. So the 5th of the... is usually that, right? But I've sharpened it in the chord, so I can do the 3rd. Right, anyways, you get the gist. That's just we're laying down foundations. So I'll play the bass the whole way through. For the second section, I've just sustained the root note, so it's D, A, D, chromatic to a G. And that way you have like a melodic bit and also a bit that when it gets a bit more busy, it provides the foundation. Oh, let me mute that. That's my favorite part. Let me just mute everything else. Just so you get a gist of it. See, the bass now plays a more foundational role than melodic. It's not like, guys, look at me, I'm being melodic. It's like, this is the note of the chord. Okay, listen. Okay, and then I added loads of like, let me just break these down real quick. So you got crackle, or like vinyl, sort of static noise. Then I've got this beautiful batch of noises here. Just to help with the transition. When the bass switches from it being melodic to it being the foundational part of the beat, of the sample, of the song. This is just all off a splice, I'll be real. And this is the count, this is the count, this is the count. These ones are spliced, the ones that say rare and zil and rare again. But it's just really cool, like it just adds a lot of ambience. And I put these all on the same track with just a bit of reverb. It's more the leveling. If you get sounds from Splice, that you don't really need to do too much to them. Right, Afro, vinyl crack. And then I also got this loop off of Splice. As you can see, I did niche to it, bro. I just kept it as is, but it goes like this. Just a bit more ambience. But this one gives it a bit more of a groove, okay? So altogether, percussion layers sound like this. Wow. Really exciting to listen to, right? Yeah, I know, bro. This is why we need to get sax. You know, I spent 250 quid to get the... oh, I forgot what they're called. But, like, the really good sax emulation. And I've realised phrasing a sax on the keyboard is, like, nearly impossible, bro. Like, you have to be some actual virtuoso to figure it out. So, I use that more for background stuff. And then I flipped this. I just chopped it. This is also a splice loop. And I stretched this bit. Oh, I didn't even stretch it. And then I was trying to play around with other ideas, but I didn't like them. So I was just like, you know what, that could be the transition into it. This is from, if you know, you know. I'm going to put you on some source real quick. Extra tight breaks. This guy's just goated. He's got loads of good breaks in here, as the name implies. So... so you can just jam over it, but he's also got very good melodic accents and stuff in there. Which I'm going to show you another sample that I made yesterday that uses some of the stuff. Bro, I need to get a sax, like, low key. But I chopped this. So this is a D minor chord. And I reversed it and pitched it up 5 because then that's the 4th, which is going to be a G minor. It's a very textural ambient stuff, but with the chords it works something great. Like, so just in the background, very subtle. Actually, let's do the whole transition with all the perks and stuff in there. So, transition as a whole is, and with the sax as well, matter of fact. See, less is more. Like, I didn't say very much with the sax, but the way I placed it made it a statement. And then the rest of the loop can just be empty now. And you have this to swell back out. With the bass. I'm saving the best part till last, by the way. I then added a string, like just one note. which I automate up. I didn't really like it the whole way through, but near the end it kind of made sense. So you can't hear it, but then as the sax starts to decay away, it starts to fill in the space that, or the high end that your ears got used to with the sax. Right, what else did I add? I added an organ. Just playing triads, basically. Really nothing special about it. Different inversion. So this is the fourth, a suspended fourth, I think, which works really well with the chords. And then, like, you can be just really sloppy pause when you play organ. It's just tucked in there, you know, just behind it to support. You know, now we've got a lot more layers coming in. And with a string, you need an organ, bro. Otherwise, it kind of just sounds out of place. Also, bro, I'm just gonna call you 5403. How long did you play sax for, bro? Back to the start. And the cool thing about this percussion loop is when it drops in here, because of all the other stuff, it kind of gets lost, but when it loops back around, it's so front and center. Right, and then now we get to my favorite part, which is guitar swells. I did not swell these automatically because my guitar, whenever I move the volume knob on there, it just bugs out, bro. It makes loads of crackling noises. So, in the amp sim I use, called Amplitude 5, I would highly recommend. They have got, wow, a swell pedal. Look at that. I should put the time over there, and then put an analog delay on there. And the preset that I'm using, these pedals are not part of it, but it's called 65 Clean. That's what I use with a bit of reverb in there. You're good. So, I played pentatonic shapes, just like sliding between some notes. And it gets really good over here. Low key, wait. Hello, Mum. You alright? Yeah. Yeah, I'm on a live stream still. She will not understand what I said. Foreign parents. Listen to that. Bro, you have to, mate. Come, we'll run sessions, mate. But listen, just listen to this shit. Hold on. It's so simple, but it just is. And then that really tied it all together for me. So it goes. And then for processing, I've got an EQ on the Rhodes to cut some of the low end out, as you can see. Just a room reverb that I like to use. Bass is just LA6176. Maybe 6 dB at most of compression, shouldn't even be that much. Guitar is Amplitude. Reverb delay as usual. And then here, Fairchild for compression. That's just to tame the spikes, it's not really doing much. And Ampex, which I love. This is my favorite tape plugin. Doing that. And then a limiter to just bring it up a bit. But I'm not actually limiting anything. I'm just using it to bring the volume up. Okay, and then I've pitched it up 384 semitones to be precise. Semitones, what am I on? 384 cents. There you go. Does not sound like you made it in FL, right? This is my goal in life. I don't want to be an FL producer, but I know FL really well. It explains why the 808s probably weren't making sense in the other one. Then it's perfect loop, mate. Okay, so there's that. And then I've got one more to show you. I'm going to play the loop first though, so you can hear it or whatever. I think I called it Mycelium, there you go. Same bass move. And yeah guys, if you want samples, DM me your email at t.o.produced it, and I send them out monthly-ish. Oof. Banger. Let's see what else we made. Rhodes is defo too loud in this, but it's fine. Same progression. I can already hear some like 140 drums on this, man. See, the horns just add so much depth to it. That's from the extra time breaks. Actually, we'll go pattern that up after. Right, so chords. I'm not going to play this one again, but D minor to a C sharp major. Okay. Theory wise, I don't actually really know what I'm doing in this one, I'll be so real. It just sounds good. That's fourths there. Fourth stacks, you can learn them. I think in D you can get away with so you got right, that's the so that's the next fourth stack that you can do, and then it goes to perfect fourths only, so it'll be and then back to the. Anyways, basically, those ones work perfectly over a D minor chord and a G7 if you're interested. But yeah, so we're doing that. Back to the same chord. Oh, then we do it altered here. And over here, then we're doing a walk up. So the altered chord to a major version to a suspended. A suspended chord is just like if you take C for example, you play, so two semitones down from C is B flat, right? So you just play a B flat major over C, and it works for any chord. So like if you go G, you can play an F major over it. Let me do it over. Right, and that is very open sounding, and it's a great transition chord. And also bonus tip, if you move the top notes of the chord, so C and E in the G case, just down a step. I don't know what chord that is, but it sounds great. And I think it resolves back down to a C major, yeah. See it again, you go. Use suspended chords, mate, they sound great. People always wonder how you get the jazz sound, kind of like that. And then I also did a layer of just like piano octave notes. This one I did in one take. I just kind of outlined the chords and the top notes. Those fourths are perfect. Basically, whenever you make samples, just like make every instrument say something, but very simple. Like because simple is sophistication. If you do too much, it just sounds like you're trying to do too much. Like you're trying to impress someone. And if you sound like you're trying to impress someone, it's never gonna work. Right, and then look, outlining the chords. To the altered. To the major seventh. To the suspended. To the major. But then this is F major, so it's nowhere near the key. But technically F major, if you play F major 7, right, and the first chord I'm actually doing is a D minor 7, but F major over a D is D minor 7, or D minor 9 even. Right, so... And at the end of the song, I'm just going... So kind of it does work. Right. And then bass in here as well. Same movement, just ninths. Guitar swells with a bit of chorus on them, following the same chords. This is also swell. Can you tell that I like this sort of approach to making samples at the minute? Just bare swells. There you go, into the pitcher, into the tape machine, into the limiter. Simple. Cool. Anyways, next loop. And then I think I'm gonna cut the live, guys. I think I've dropped enough sauce in here for a whole month. Just practice, work at it every day, mate. Just every day, show up and do something. Just every day, try and do your best. And every day, try and figure out what worked for you and what didn't. Because I have a lot of days where I think I'm shit at making music. Because I kind of am, bro. But you have to have that mindset. You've got to think you're trash before you can get better at doing something, right? And you've got to be okay with being trash. Like, that's another thing. Have you seen a baby trying to learn how to walk, bro? That's best example. Like... They don't know what the fuck they're doing. Right, where's this noise coming from? From here. Where else is there a H delay? Here. Shush. Wow, so much better. I'm not cutting it yet, bruh. But say no more. Thank you for being here. Like, this is a great progression. Too much low end in it though. There you go, now. Yeah, I'll see you when I'm looking at you, mate. Strings, I don't like them. Just let the horns do the work. Oh, bro just changed his name midway through. You're so funny. Bro, I'll be real, if you're a producer and you play sax, you're already a step ahead of everyone else, mate. Just look at that. Beautiful, mate. Simple. I'm just going to bounce this one again. Anyways, I'm not going to break it down. It's 1 to 4 to 5, bro. That's the most common. If you make 140 and you like jazz grime, get that in your head, mate. Replace the hoe. Haha. Let's listen to the beat we made today as well, because low key we cooked. Yeah, but if you know what sounds good, me neither, bro. I learned this shit this year because I'm trying to learn keys, and you kind of have to know a bit. Yeah. Yeah, never drop the beat when you think that you should drop the beat, because it just hits way harder, especially if the rapper's gonna rap on it. They'll be like, boom, and it hits you in the face, and you're like, damn, because it makes the first bar really emphasized, so they have to come up with something good. As a producer, it's your job to make them write good stuff, you know, even if you're not writing with them, like, stuff like that will help out. Yeah, not bad, not bad, not bad. Alright guys, I'm going to cut the stream. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for being here. Shout out to yourselves. Catch me again. When I catch you again. I'm going to catch you again. When I catch me again. Anyway, love, bye.